The founder and CEO of ARK Investor, Cathie Wood, needs no introduction for the world to recognize her. Her work has truly been inspirational to many, and the work that she has been doing currently to educate and spread awareness based on her knowledge about the markets and cryptocurrency has been informational. Hey guys, welcome to Fix Your Finances, Build Financial Wealth. Today, we have another video for you to give you a bit of insight about Cathie Wood's interview a while ago where she spoke about her investing picks, insights on Reddit, GameStop, Tesla, and Bitcoin. Make sure you like this video and also subscribe to this channel for more related content. Turn on the post notifications to stay updated about the latest videos that we upload. Let us now get started. Cathie Wood started this interview with her challenges on how she managed to achieve all that she has been achieving in the past. She believes that the world has been expanding exponentially with technology. The research ecosystem is one of the most important things that we need to have in this world. She says that she never dreamt in her life of two things. One, how much information would pour into them from the communities in which they research. This helps them to battle test their ideas, which therefore gives them a leg up. She also never imagined that they will ever punch above their weight when it comes to visibility and brand. She exclaims that they are now global that has brought in a lot of opportunities. A quarter of her incoming requests are from Europe, however. Their presence in that region is very less. She says that this has made them understand that a lot of people, including investors, are in the mood of understanding how their life is changing. This change, what she means, is to a radical extent. The success with Tesla and the idea that electric vehicles may really be the future of tomorrow indicates that they could really be onto something. This change is also giving them more credibility, and many other technologies are being discovered that can be made use of in the future. Further ahead, she was asked about the changes that she must have felt as she punched above the weight based on their performance of 2020. Cathie replies to this by pointing out that there is a flood of IPOs and a flood of secondaries because there is now a collective understanding that the future is nearby and investing is an essential part of the whole thing. She exclaims that they could develop sixfold in the past year, that is much faster than the technologies. She further exclaims that they have never experienced this level of change in a long time. She then speaks about AMC and how their prices went all the way from 25 cents to 75 cents. She says that this could be an indication of survival. She says that despite such a change, she might not really be ready to put her money over there, and anyone would like to be at the right side of the change. She then disagreed on the point that short sellers are a negative for a market. She believes strongly on their research and says that her strength is in the research they have under their sleeves. History is not going to be on the side of those companies that didn't invest enough to move into the world quick enough. She found it interesting to note how 140% of the stock could be short. She then moved on to the Reddit community, where she says that it is unfortunate that they do not know about the OTC, that is, over-the-counter puts. She says that if we didn't have the cacophony of investors selling side by side, retail, institutional, putting down Tesla, we would not have got the opportunity to buy it. We also would not have understood how much those investors did not understand what was going to move the stock. She says that her confidence in Tesla is growing and Tesla will be bullish. This was the reason why she continues to buy the shares of Tesla. According to her, Tesla will be able to transform the world. She says that Tesla is a good entry point under $800, and once it starts entering into the Indian market, the share prices could plunge higher as more sales return into the market. This announcement made by various companies like that of GM stating that they will turn it completely electric by 2035 are astounding. This mass change of vehicles turning electric will bring a lot of development and increase overall sustainability. Tesla is the #1 brand, even in China. That indicates the mass acceptance of this technology. This also means that China might hold the secret as to the next big winners. She mentions BYD, that started as a battery manufacturer and was owned by Warren Buffett for many years. She explains the reasons why she thought of owning the same. She mentions a few Chinese names in which they have the highest conviction in, it would be Baidu. This was a hard sell for her because their business was falling apart, and it seemed to her, with more than 150 or 200 electric vehicle manufacturers out, of which many are government subsidized, that there will be a bloodbath. The government has deemed Baidu as an autonomous platform for China. Even though Kathy was unaware if she should believe this, but it does seem to be doing something very interesting in this regard. In general, she speaks of the electric vehicle market with high regard. She then moved into the cryptocurrency sphere and spoke assertively of Bitcoin, to be short and crisp. She also clarified what her thought was about Bitcoin hitting the highs for 2021 and compares the same to the high watermark to be $40,000 for Bitcoin in 2021. Kathy disagrees with this. She says that the interesting thing that has been happening around is lack of speculative activity, comparing the number of searches on Google for Bitcoin and the price of Bitcoin. She points out that in 2017, this measure was 1-for-1 together, but the same has been pretty different until very recently. This gave them a lot of comfort because they believe that the institutional behavior and moves have been fascinating. They expected institutions to start moving into Bitcoin and other crypto assets, primarily Bitcoin, being the most secure blockchain present. The correlation between Bitcoin's performances relative to any other asset class, it has the lowest correlation. This means that if one buys Bitcoin, it will further diversify the portfolio and increase your returns with lower risk. She says that this is the reason why institutions look for correlations, and Bitcoin has this on spot. She points out one thing that has been pretty surprising amidst all of this happening. This was to watch MicroStrategy, which has put all the cash in its balance sheet into Bitcoin. It even put the equity offerings into it so that it could put more cash on into Bitcoin. Kathy finds this to be crazy and also believes that regulators will certainly have something to say about the same in terms of what exactly is the situation. Later, this was followed by another company named Square, putting 1% of all its assets into Bitcoin. She says that this trend was here to stay and more companies will certainly follow the same. This was not expected by her. The thing that surprised her was MassMutual. It put $100 million into its general account. This amount in the general account will mean just 0.001 of the total. This move spoke out a few things. This indicates that MassMutual are very conservative and very highly regulated, therefore it had to jump through many more regulatory hurdles that she thought would have been impossible by now. She considers this to be a seal of approval. She comes back to Bitcoin and says that Bitcoin may potentially be getting ready for the institutional. However, when she speaks of the fact where Bitcoin is ready for institutions, she points out the market cap of Bitcoin and decides to think about this on that basis. She says that based on the market capital, Bitcoin is not even half the size of Apple or Amazon. This could be a small issue to put in place. The whole idea, even though it is a much bigger idea and being the first global digital currency, there could be a long way for it to go. She ends this interview by recommending people to make the right move and be on the right side of the change. This will certainly help the people who are on this right side to develop and excel further within their fields. We hope you liked today's video. Make sure you leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more such videos. Turn on the post notification to stay updated about all the current news in this sphere. Let us know what you think about Bitcoin in the comments. And also, make sure to follow us on Instagram at FixYourFinances_. Till we meet next time, quoting Kathy Wood from ARK Invest, be on the right side of the change. See you next time on Fix Your Finances.